Cadre. It is Wednesday, July 25th. I'm starting out my video to show you guys a little bit of what I use while I am recording these videos because Dawn asked about it yesterday in a thread. So I'm using the Pixel XL2 phone, and then here I found it on eBay for like 10 or 11 bucks, I think. I don't know. So there you go. Gonna pause you, get set up, get you where you belong, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm back. You're not quite in the right position. Give me just a second. I'm gonna lift this up. Sorry. Alright, that's better. Okay. Alright, so we're back onto regular schedule now. Going to kind of go back to the Gillette Aristocrat number 16. Going to see how it does with the Astra Blade literally on its third shave. So, I've already loaded the Astra Blade with the A on it to signify the Aristocrat. Got that in there ready to go. I'm using the same brush I've been using for this whole thing. I want to continue to use Tier 1 soaps to give it the best cases for success, both razors. So today on deck is the Asylum Shaveworks Vetiver Bourbon. This is made by Wet Shaving Products WSP, sold by Bull Goose under their label Asylum. This one was a gift for me from my wife for my birthday. It's a great scent. It's really nice, a vetiver. The bourbon undertone is they're playing. But I predominantly, classify it as a vetiver. So we'll kind of rub a little bit of the bloom water. This is a hard puck. It is the tallow formula, technically from WSP. So if this was sold under the WSP label, it would be classified as Formula T, right? So, great scent. I get good performance from the soap. So, good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead, load, lather off camera, and then I'll come back to you guys and we'll jump into the shave. Alright, so I've got my load and I'm just building it up in my bowl, but I wanted to throw this out there. So found out yesterday, I got some trainings coming up and I'm going to be gone for a full week in August. On August 13th, the week of that. I will be flying out to upstate New York, going to Rochester. Flying into Rochester, I should say. Our center is in Pittsford, so that's where I'll be. I don't know if we have any members of the cadre that are in upstate New York off the top of my head, but if anybody is and you would like to go grab a bite to eat or a beer or whatever, I should be free one of the evenings. I would love to set it up. So, if you are, reach out to me. Let me know. If you'll be in the area, reach out to me and let me know. On the way home, I also have a layover in Chicago for 3.5 hours. I'm flying home on the Friday. Well, it's looking like I haven't finalized the flight yet, but that should be finalized sometime this morning at work. It's on my to-do list of things to do. So, yeah, I wanted to just kind of get that out of the way. Been very busy yesterday. I worked an 11-hour day to get caught up. So that's the nice thing about being salary. You miss a day, it doesn't matter. You make up for it anyways, so who knows what it's going to be like when I miss a whole week this coming Friday when I'm I'll go in for work this Friday, but I'm going to miss the following whole work week. We'll see how good that is. I'm looking forward to the trip. I'm not looking forward to the return home because, well, yes and no. Because next week on Saturday, I've got my referees clinic. The football season's here once that happens. So, got some referee meetings with the union, so it's here. All right, so let's jump into the shave. So, today on deck, like I mentioned, is the Gillette Aristocrat. This is going to be its third and final shave solo before I do the side-by-side comparison, which is scheduled for Friday. And then it will be, when I return from my trip, it'll be cleaned, packaged up, and sent back, right? The same philosophy I have when camping. I try to teach my kids that when we're camping, we try to find the site. We want to leave it cleaner than we found it. I hope to send this razor back cleaner than when Chris sent it to me. Not saying it was dirty, but just to show that you got to take care in things that aren't yours. And so it's just like camping. The wilderness is not ours. And the way I see it, right? We're guests there, and we want to take care of it. So anyways, this shave, I got caught up yesterday in a bunch of videos and really enjoyed the content and the work you guys are spitting out. I'm really glad Dave did that video on the the Gillette slide, the J hook, and the blade buffing. Those are all techniques that I use occasionally, as particularly blade buffing. I tend to use a lot. I don't use the slide very often. I used to be a big time J hook guy, but I stopped. So, as per the norm, the soap is wonderful, performing great. I got a nice scent of the vetiver and the bourbon throughout the whole shave. The first pass was great. Plenty of residual slickness. This razor is just a winner. And I'm getting to the third shave where I'm not really having a lot to really discuss about it, but the second pass we will. So pause you again, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and getting ready for pass 2. We've already talked about this razor in terms of its beauty. One thing that I will mention that is a little bit of a drawback for me right now, and it has nothing to do against the build or the quality of this razor. I personally am not a big fan of twist to open razors. I was in the beginning. I thought, oh, it makes sense. They're all one piece. But the more I get used to it, and the more I've been using razors, I'm like, you know what? It's one thing that can go wrong. Not tighten it down all the way, not get the perfect angle. Not get one of those doors could bend easier. It just turned into something that I wasn't. It's just a personal preference, really. I don't have a good reason to say why, I'll be honest, but that's one piece. In my search online trying to figure stuff out about the Aristocrats, I still don't fully understand, and if somebody's willing to respond, was the company split? Why different products in overseas in England versus what they were releasing in America all being called the Aristocrat? Is the Aristocrats, are the heads and the geometry still the same? Because I think I see some Aristocrats that aren't twist to open also. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm confused when it comes to the history of the Gillette Aristocrat, but all that I can basically uncover is that it's one of their wins, so to speak, right? I mean, everybody would like to have a toggle, but I think from what my understanding is that the razor wasn't as successful as they hoped it would be. Right? I've never shaved with one. I don't know. People that own them claim to get good shaves, but to be honest with you, in today's day and age, the only opinion that I would trust is probably John's, Mr. Monkey, on that because of the price that he paid for his. I'm a firm believer that when you pay a lot of money for something and if it's not as good as you would expect, you still tend to talk it up a little bit. And I'm trying very hard not to do that with my Timeless. So see, there you go. I do use blade bluffing on my cleaning. This soap is so good, I just use a little bit of water. No real reason to. I've got a crap load of lather sitting here next to me. So the shave was great, guys. There's just nothing that can be said bad about this razor. What's going to be hard is trying to, on Friday, to say, this one's better, this one's not better. And I'm also then going to turn around and try and say, this is the one that I prefer, and this is the one that I would buy. One of the questions that I plan on answering that is primarily the benefit for Chris is, if I owned this Gillette Aristocrat, if I owned it, would I still want to buy a Timeless razor? Okay. I'm going to come at this to you when I answer that on Friday as a two-pronged approach. As a collector, well, let's just be honest. As a collector, the answer is yes. But the next one is just as a regular user. That's the one that's going to be hard. As a collector, which is what I am, yeah, I want one. I want a toggle. And that's kind of a twist to open style razor too. I want one. Doesn't matter, I still want one. But I'm getting to this point, honestly, with hardware, where I feel like I've met what I need, I'll be honest, and anything else that I buy would be to collection purposes. I don't see myself buying any more like cheaper, inexpensive razors, so to speak, unless something comes out and it's like, everyone's like, oh my god, this is amazing. I think I'm done with the razors and buying them. There's still a few more brushes that I want. There's still a few more soaps that I want, so we're good there. But I'm running out of space for razors too. But if I were to buy razors, we'll see. But I think when I return, I'm going to pull back out my Rockwell. I have the stainless steel version. And the question's going to be, do I need it, or am I going to sell it? Because I'm not using it very much, and if I could sell it to somebody for a good price on the cadre, that's lucrative to both sides, or even a potential trade of some sort, I'm going to do that. I just don't see myself right now using that razor very much, so I need to give it the benefit of the doubt and reuse it. So that's the shave. This was a quicker video today, and no real reason. It was a good shave. It's a good razor. I love it. Thanks again, Chris, for letting me use it. I've got nothing negative to say about it at all. I can get nitpicky about some certain things, but we'll save that for Friday. So on deck today is their aftershave, which is made by Wet Shaving Products, obviously. So my wife got me the matching aftershave. She didn't give me the matching cologne, but I gotta be honest with you, this one's strong enough and projects enough that I don't really think I need a cologne with it. I don't wear a cologne with it, and to be honest with you guys, A lot of my shaves I don't finish with a cologne. There are a few really good scents that I really like to finish with a cologne. But a lot of times I find myself using the aftershave and I don't want them to clash. And I'm not as good of a nose. I know I claim to be when it comes to soaps and picking out notes, but to pick what is going to pair well, Josh and Dave, Zeno, Straight Shaver Dave, those two guys have the best nose to say, this aftershave would pair perfectly with this cologne or vice versa, and I'm just like, I like it. I think it pairs when it goes to those different types of things. I have no idea. I know what I like. So usually when I use a cologne, it's because it matches the aftershave and it's not going to work against it. So that's my shave. It was a good one today. Shorter video today, not on purpose. So tomorrow is going to be the timeless razor. Friday is going to be the side-by-side comparison. And I'm not only going to recap it in the video format, I'm going to try and write it up as well and get it very well written. So, it'll be posted in my journal and my vlog. I might post the recap in the DE section, but I don't think there's a lot of guys out there who are trying to compare these two razors to make a decision. But it's fun and I've enjoyed doing it. So that's the shave. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Wednesday. Hit us up on the Shaving Cadre. Join us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Comment below. Do it all. You know, join the cadre. Join in on the fun. We've got a lot of great things going on and I'm looking forward to the future. That address again is www.theshavingcadre.com. Have a great day, Cadre.